What is your first and last name, and can you spell it, please?
Rebecca Mata, REBECCAMATA. It started in 2020 during the quarantine, and everything being locked down, I obviously couldn't go to the nail salon and go get my nails done. And with everybody like picking up hobbies, I ended up picking up doing my nails. I looked up YouTube videos and how to do them. I ended up ordering up kits on Amazon, and from there like slowly developed. And I have a younger sister too, so she saw me doing it and she was like, can you do my nails please? So I ended up doing her nails, and then from there my friends found out that I was doing nails. So after quarantine ended, I started doing their nails, and it kind of slowly snowballed into this. So I think that, especially because of the whole quarantine situation, a lot of nail techs also started picking it up around the same time as me, and slowly but surely other women and men started seeing that this is something that other people can do. Like, you don't need to be some crazy talented person to really get into this. It's really not that hard, and a lot of people don't realize that you can do it. It's really like, you just takes a lot of practice. Like, you don't need to be super good at art, you just need to practice over and over again. So I think that since I started, more people are getting familiar with the industry and coming into it. I think they're good. It does give people more access to getting into the industry. I mean, obviously that's how I started, but there is a lot of things that they don't talk about within like the health and safety of it. So they just promote these at-home nail kits, and some people mess up really quick with it. So I like it as far as people saving money, because I've been there, but they really gotta step up that with the whole informing people. Not on any of my clients, but I do know people that have gotten affected by it. There's a lot of people that I do know that have stories with contact dermatitis, which is when you use a gel polish, and if the gel polish touches your skin and it stays on there, you will end up getting hives and reactions, and then the second that you show symptoms of it, you're infected for the rest of your life. And from there on, if you use any sort of gel polishes, you will get a breakout immediately. So I've heard of people that happened to, and now they can't use gel polishes, they can't do gel X nails, they can't use basically anything. They have to find polishes that are specifically made for them, which is really hard to find. I mean, again, the whole thing with the contact dermatitis, I think that's one of the biggest things. Because more so now, I wouldn't say that this was really a thing back 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Back then, they were selling kits that came with just regular polish. So regular polish just air dries. So you don't need to put it underneath a lamp or anything. You just put it on and then sit there for a few, and then eventually it'll dry. But now, all of the nail kits are with gel polishes. So you need the lamp, you need to do all these things, but they're not specifying in any instructions or making it a huge warning sign. If you get it on your skin, you need to clean it up. Just use acetone, wipe it off, it's gone. But sometimes you'll do your nails, and then it happens. If you're learning, you're not going to get it perfectly, completely on a nail. You're going to get it on the sides of your fingers. You might spill it a little bit, and it'll get like somewhere on your palm or like the top of your hand or your arm. And if you're kind of just like, oh, it's a small spot, I'll clean it up later, or I'll just take it off in the shower. If that sits there, you're going to get contact dermatitis. So if you're not really careful and looked at the instructions or looked up what to do with gel polishes, that's where I think a lot of people go wrong. It can really, really mess someone up. There's a lot of a risk for infections. So if you're using professional grade nail clippers or cuticle pushers or nail files even, and you go too deep into the skin or you accidentally cut yourself and you don't treat it properly, then there can be risk for infections, which is really bad either on yourself or if you are taking a client for the first time. I don't think anybody would want to give anybody else an infection. And then if you are using professional grade chemicals, so we use barbicide, we use acetone, we use alcohol, among other things, but if you're not properly using the right measurements for it, gases can get out, you can burn your skin, your tools can be infected, spreading more infection. So that's where, again, the instructions, learning, educating yourself if you are using an at-home nail kit is really important. It's really important. Oh yeah, 1000%. I mean, tying back into my last answer, social media, especially like TikTok, Instagram, they have videos that promote at-home nail kits. They have ads that promote at-home nail kits. Even if you go on Amazon, you can find 1 million of them. That's also more so the company is wanting to make money off of people buying the at-home nail kits. So some apps, also depending on your feed, will target those to people who are not nail techs. But if you are a nail tech, you're going to see all the ads and stuff for products that you can buy for your business and other nail techs posting their videos. So social media is just, it's all a mess. It's all a mess with everything, especially now with people fighting on social media about nail techs and losing their business and people saying that it's okay for it. So we'll see what happens with that. Again, the safety aspect of it, we know what we're doing. We're trained. We've gone to school. We're licensed to do this. So we know how to properly use the tools and the chemicals that we're using to do your nails. And again, the whole thing with the contact dermatitis and the quality of everything, that's another thing. These at-home nail kits, some of them are good, but they're not the same quality that we have. We have professional grade things that you can only buy at supply stores. So some of the nail kits, the gel formulas might not be correct, so they won't cure properly, they won't last long, they won't look great. So some of the polishes I've seen, especially when I was first starting out and I bought like 100 nail polishes for like $20, those polishes were not great. So I think a lot of other people that are buying these at-home nail kits are also going to experience that. Same thing with the lamps, the acrylic brushes, the charms, anything that you're using that's an at-home nail kit is not going to be the same quality as what we're giving. Our things will last longer. It'll be safer. It'll be cleaner. So I think that's what a lot of people need to realize with that. Building clientele, just getting the word out, because in this type of business, it's not really promoting with flyers and business cards. Even though I do have those things, it's more so word of mouth. So telling everybody, hey, I graduated nail school. Hey, I'm making my own business. Schedule with me. So that's one of the things that is pretty tough to keep up with, because you can easily forget to, as well as like social media, because you need to put in a lot of work, not only with your clients to build the rapport, but also building rapport with new clients on social media. So you need to be constantly posting, filming, editing videos, posting before and after pictures, dealing with people online, and then also just staying confident in what I'm doing is going to work. That's also one of the biggest things. Reminding myself that it's all going to be worth it, even if the beginning is tough and if it's not going the way I plan to have it be. Keeping the confidence that in like 6 months, it's going to be way bigger than I expected. I would say one of my setbacks also ties in to the last answer, because I was ignorant like that. I was the type of person to be like, I hate doing acrylics. It's hard to do, it's hard to learn. But someone recently, another nail technician who happens to own multiple salons, talked to me, and I told her that, and she was like, then you're not a pro. Because a pro knows how to do everything and does everything. If you only know that you're only going to do these types of sets and you claim that you're a specialist, you might be a specialist in that field. That might be what your main focus is and what you might mainly promote, but you're not a pro if that's the case. And if you want to be a pro, you need to do it all. So I think that was one of my setbacks at first. As far as my succeeding, I think it's opening up the spectrum of things and also welcoming in male clients, because that's another thing too. Nail techs will only promote things and their business towards women and doing extensions. I'm very heavily promoting just regular manicures and promoting the benefits of getting a manicure to men. So easily with that, I'm doubling my income just by having that, because now I'm getting men and women. So I definitely see myself succeeding in that. Practice a lot. Do not give up, because the popularity of different styles is changing literally every single day. Last week there was cat eyes, specific kinds of cat eyes, super popular, and now it's the hibiscus flowers that you make out of molding gel. Something changes every single day, and you kind of need to stay on top of it and be one step ahead of everything, because if you're one step ahead and it goes popular and your clients start asking for it, you're already going to know how to do it. So you need to stay on top of that. Practice as much as possible, even if you are actively taking clients. But if you offer model sets to people, so they just come in, you do whatever you want on them, and they get a full set for free, basically, you're getting that practice in. And plus with that, you're getting more exposure, because then you can take a picture of that set, put it on social media, and everything just grows from there. So practice. They cannot. Again, the contact dermatitis, that cannot be reversed. It is forever. It's like a blood thing, like it's in your blood forever. If you get gels on you in the future, you're screwed, basically. As far as actual nail damage from at-home kits, it can be. Sometimes people, if they're starting out with a drill for the first time, and they're learning how to do acrylics at home, that can hurt your nail pretty badly. You can accidentally file off too much of your nail, like the entire layer, and it'll make your nails very, very, very thin and brittle, and they can break easily, and sometimes your entire nail will fall off. But that's luckily not permanent. Like the contact dermatitis, the nail will just grow back. It's gonna really suck at first, but that's easily fixable. Certain infections that you might get from at-home kits, they could be permanent depending on the infection. Usually they're treatable, and you just put ointment on it and Band-Aid. be very careful with it, treat it properly. But like all infections, I think if you get an infection and don't treat it properly, and you don't do anything with it, you just leave it there, I think that can grow into something bigger, because you have an infection, bacteria gets into it, and boom, you're now sick and in the hospital. So people need to be very careful, again, with all of that. Actually once, yeah, it actually happened while I was in school. I had to turn away this one lady who did her own nails at home and ended up getting fungus from it. And of course, in school and within businesses and salons, you are never ever supposed to take a client that has fungus, for obvious reasons. And she was asking me why, and like kind of finding me back on it. And I explained to her, if I do your nails right now and anything is infected, like my tools or even the polish that I'm using, my acrylic brush that I'm using on you, if that stays on there and I use it on somebody else or myself, we are getting fungus. So I need to not take you right now. And then, of course, while I was in school for the rest of the time, I had ended up having more clients like that, but that specifically was one person that came to me and said, hey, I did my own nails at home. I want them professionally done now. And of course, she had fungus. Yes, 1000%. I think that the instructions that come with nail kits need to be a little bit more clear. I think they need to outline the risks that people are taking when using these products. And just overall, like our jobs as nail technicians, I think that we should also be educating our clients and people that might just be looking at our pages on social media about the risks and what you're not getting from doing at-home nail kits, and kind of reminding them like, hey, you're paying for quality if you come to us. If you come to us, it's going to be cleaner, it's going to be faster, you're going to have great art done, you're going to have long-lasting nails, whereas at home, all you're really benefiting is the experience and saving money at home. I think that we're going to see a lot of nail technicians coming out of the business, because with the at-home nail kits, a lot of people are getting experience and discovering their love and their passion for doing nails. So I think in the next 5 years, there's going to be way more competition within the industry. We're also going to see some crazy trends and technology that we haven't even thought of yet. So I'm really excited for that. Staying on social media, keeping up with all the trends and what's becoming popular right now, because again, something changes every single day. So tomorrow might be something completely different. So if I'm one step ahead in discovering those trends, I'll have the upper hand against other nail technicians that maybe don't know about it yet. Be careful. Educate yourself. Do research on what you're using, how to use it. Because the last thing I want to see, especially with nail technicians that started out the same way that I did, is to mess themselves up or mess someone else up. Don't give up. Just stop making excuses for yourself. Trust the process and everything. Even though it is a slow start and you might have hesitation and second thoughts about things, maybe you're looking at other nail technicians and questioning yourself and wondering if you're good enough. If you put in the practice and you stay confident, you're going to succeed. I did that myself for a very long time. I told myself, oh my God, I can never be as good as these other girls and succeed as much as they have, but I did it. I didn't give up. So I would say the same for you.